Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all again, and what a difference 24 hours makes. Whew, we've made some great progress. Thank you to our Public Works Director, Jim Gross, and all the folks who are working around the clock to clear the streets of the city of York. As I stated yesterday, this is interesting, and it's worth repeating, snow removal is a very arduous task. Our employees are working around the clock and will continue to do so until the job is completed. Specifically, we have two 12-hour shifts, several contractors, and we've been in touch with PEMA Secretary Richard Flynn regarding our needs. As I indicated, we have a snow emergency response plan that was reviewed and adopted long before this weekend, and we're following it to a T. I want to thank the many great Samaritans, also known as Yorkers, who have assisted with this massive effort. Folks have recognized that it will indeed take everyone working together with respect, kindness, and patience to get through this. People have banded together and dug out alleys, each other's cars, and assisted with removal of snow on sidewalks. Thank you all. While I am not surprised, because that is what Yorkers do, we help one another. I just want to personally say thank you to all. We continue to work to clear all streets and again have made tremendous progress to getting to all of them. We're responsible for 140 plus miles of roads and we're doing our best to get to everyone. We're asking people to still limit their traveling and their driving, carpool if you can, or use our rapid transit services. Please check their website for more information, but buses are running. Again, snow removal is arduous and involves everyone. We're taking this matter seriously and are doing all that we can to address it. Many streets are just one lane, so please exercise caution when driving. Normal traffic patterns are likely not in place. Please go slow and again, limit your driving. Our snow emergency will continue through the week. As such, people can remain parked in the city garages at no cost. There will also, again, not be any trash collection this week. And these and other snow weather updates can be found on our website, yorkcity.org. There's a little tab there in red of snow weather advisory information. Excuse me. While everyone is asking, and we want all to know, we will not begin snow enforcement removal, if you will, from the sidewalks. What's the correct term, sir? Snow removal from our sidewalks, okay, until Monday, February 1st, this Monday. We understand everyone's pain, literally. We feel it ourselves, and this will give everyone time to get sidewalks cleared and to maybe help clean a sidewalk of a neighbor or two, someone who's homebound and just can't get out. So that enforcement will not begin until Monday. But property owners are responsible for clearing sidewalks adjacent to their property, and we're asking you to help us again to remove the snow from our fire hydrants. People have really helped out, and sidewalks are starting to look good, and that's a good thing because we need to get kids walking to school soon as well, too. So when shoveling, make a wide enough path, if you could, so everyone, particularly people with disabilities and wheelchairs, can freely move about. Again, we want to thank everyone for their cooperation and support. Banding together has made a difference and is appreciated. And we're still getting to some folks, but for the most part, we have made tremendous progress. If Jim is filling up to it, I'll ask him to have a few words on where we're at specifically.
Yep, as the mayor said, we did make incredible progress, less than 24 hours that we were here last. So. We are moving along, still out there working hard. I know Ed's going to ask me what percentage, so I'd say we're probably about 90% right now. So, which way? 90% was open streets. So, as the mayor said, some of them are still kind of one lane, but Mother Nature, and we're still working at that, trying to widen out a little bit. So, every day it's going to get better, and life's going to get back to normal here. So. We're still out there working hard. We're on the last few streets. We got to get opened up for people and get them out. And we'll keep going here 24 hours a day until we, as I said yesterday, we're not going to stop until everybody's out. So.
We, again, as Jim indicated, sort of indicated, the new weather element today with ice and rain has made things a little tricky as well in moving about. And I'll ask Michael Shannonbrook, our emergency planning specialist, to address some of those concerns.
Thank you, Mayor.
And whatever else.
Again, as Jim said, we are getting the streets open, but I would implore residents, please, when you're shoveling out your parking spaces, do your very best to put the snow back close to your property, close to your house, or on your lawn. The more you shovel out in the street, the harder it is for the plow operators. Also, please don't get too creative with your parking arrangements. If you're supposed to park parallel to the curb, please get as close to the curb as possible. You'll confuse the plow operators, and nobody will be more upset if a car gets clipped than the plow operator. So please, try and do your best to park the way you're supposed to. Don't get inventive on us. Be aware in the mornings of the refreeze. It's going to happen overnight. So the roads are going to be a little bit slick at night and a little bit slick when you're coming into work in the morning. So please drive accordingly and be safe.
Okay. So again, I thank you all for coming out this morning for this latest update on what's happening in the city of York. We thank everyone for being patient and working with us. We'll take a couple questions, Ed.
Question for Mr. Gross. Jim, if you could come up to the mic. So, of that 10% that still remains to be cleaned, where, generally speaking,
Some of it, some
The
of it is,
question, I mean, some folks aren't able to hear the question. I'm understanding as we're live streaming it at home. The question was, where are the 10% of the streets that are yet to be removed of snow?
sure. The area we're working on right now is sort of the center core between Princess, George, Jackson, Pine. So that's an area that's definitely still has some issues. I know Liberty Court, some of the courts on that side of town still have some issues. We're working over that way.
and is there any particular reason in those particular areas why you're there at the end?
Well, you know, somebody's got to be last, and we kind of start at the end. We start and work our way in, and that's where we ended up. So unfortunately, somebody's got to be at the end of the list.
So, when you said last night that 30% were still undone, you now believe that, or 70% was done, now you say 90% are complete, 10% not complete.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress overnight.
What was it that you accomplished in the last 24 hours?
We did, the whole college area has got much improvement. The West End got great improvement. We've been working on the Northeast, a lot of improvement on that side of town. So we've made a lot of progress forward.
So what more, this is a question that was asked last night, but what more can folks do to perhaps help you folks in your efforts?
Yeah, as the mayor and Mr. Shannonbrook already said, you know, not throwing the snow back out in the street is a big help. We still have some issues with that. Patience, I know, is still, I'm sure it's waning, but it's still appreciated. And, you know, we got some alleys we're going to have to get through yet. And, but we'll be going all through the night here till tomorrow morning and see where we stand. And hopefully by tomorrow morning, I'm hoping we're going to be pretty well opened up. We can start looking forward to what's next.
So when do you anticipate that you might begin the hauling operation?
I just talked to the fellow about that. It could possibly be tomorrow night. It could probably more likely Thursday.
Where does all that snow go?
The snow will be piled either at the Northwest Triangle or Memorial Park.
Mayor, as people are clearing their spots out,
Hey,
they get creative, they use chairs, different things to save their spot. Are you going to be enforcing this? Like, what are you guys going to be doing, and why is it a bad idea to be doing that?
so the question was about the use of some of the furniture we're seeing to save spaces and whatever else people choose. Our plows probably won't stop to remove a chair. If you need, we're still in the efforts of, you know, removing snow from streets and curb to curb, if you will. And the ornaments or furniture is not welcome. We understand. I think the way people have been neighborly, no one is taking anyone's space here. We're working together as a community, and we would appreciate you eliminating, not using those items to save a space, because we're not going to stop when we have to remove snow. It will go right along with a plow.
Do you have a specific policy on this that you get fined or in trouble for?
We do. We're trying to be lenient here and work with our residents as well too, and asking everyone to work with us. Monday, you're going to start seeing enforcement if we have to go that route, but we really need people just to be patient and compliant, know that we need your help and setting things out in front to save a space or not shoveling sidewalks when we got to get kids to school. We need your help, please. But at the same time, we're giving you a lot of time here. We're asking you to give us some time to work with us at the same time. So you'll have the rest of the week through the weekend. And by Monday, our folks are going to be out enforcing as much as we can. But I do need to stress, snow emergency routes are just that. The creative parking we've seen along some of those routes is not being tolerated now, and people will be ticketed and or towed if necessary.
And also, we've seen in other areas that with the snowbanks at intersections,
Yeah.
kind of block visibility
Yeah.
for turning and stuff. Is that something that's being addressed now, or is that gonna just have to wait?
We're-
till
we're
we get further
trying-
down the line with the cleaning of the roads?
Yeah, we're going to try to do that specifically around our schools with the assistance of the district and others to address those corners. And that's, again, the reason why we're asking people to take it easy. If you have to drive, go slow, be cautious, if you will, and courteous at the same time because those banks are quite high. Jim, anything else on the corners?
Yeah, that's an issue. It's a future issue that needs to be addressed. The other thing is crosswalks. A lot of people are not opening the crosswalks. That obviously is a problem. If somebody gets to the crosswalk, they're not going to want to crawl over a large pile of snow. So, any help by the residents out there or volunteers that want to come out and help open crosswalks?
And
That would
those
help
mounds will be all part of your snow removal plan.
At some point, yes, especially on the primary downtown streets. So,
Jim, how many subcontractors are you now working with?
probably about a half a dozen. Plus,
These are like, just like private companies that folks are
Yes.
now negotiated an agreement with. And then did you get, besides Helen that you mentioned last night, did anybody else offer their?
no, I did want to say though, Helm Township is still here and still working. So, again, I should give a shout out to them, and I just think it's just incredible that they came out to help us out.
Do you have any numbers on how many cars have been towed from your snow emergency route, or how many, or if there's been any, how much revenue that is for the city too, in terms of fines and that kind of stuff?
We're not looking to make the revenue here. We need compliance right now, people to get off the roads so that we can get folks out safely. I don't know if we've towed any additional cars
not that
since
I'm
the
aware.
first, come on out, Mike.
Friday night during the snow emergency when it went into effect, we towed 32 vehicles. I don't believe we've towed any recently, and hopefully people will not park on the snow emergency routes because it is still in effect and they could be ticketed and towed. That was a new low record for us for a snow emergency, one we're very happy with.
With that, do people pay, do they have to pay to get the car back from the towing company? Is there a fine in addition to that?
There's the fine and the cost from the towing company.
Yes,
Was
sir.
anybody ticketed for driving when you weren't permitted to travel, when one wasn't permitted to travel on Saturday?
Not that I had heard, no. Again, most people were so compliant. Oh my gosh. Again, I have to give a thank you to our community because everyone really band together. I mean, we all put out enough warnings, you all did, about this blizzard and the forecast record amounts that were coming in, and people understood. So if anyone may have gotten stopped, they were asked, where you going, kind of thing. I know city workers help people get to work. There were some nurses walking, at least to York Hospital, that were assisted by many of our guys in their trucks, if you will. This has really been a community effort. I can't be more proud of my community and folks coming together. So we'll give another update tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Just like a timeline, like when should we be able to see street parking available, like in downtown residents or just for people trying to get to businesses?
Right, yeah. Again, it's no emergency, and that it is inclusive of the downtown, is at least through Friday. And with the weekend, it very well may be that way. Because we haven't discussed yet how and when we'll start hauling away. and a lot of the curbs and meters and those sorts of things are blocked. So again, please utilize the garages. Oftentimes, people don't get free parking. And we are providing no cost parking, and the garages are available for you.
And that no cost goes through the whole snow emergency?
That is correct. All righty.
In terms of cars, you mentioned cars getting clipped or trying to avoid cars getting clipped. Do you have any idea if that's been,
I'm sorry.
the cars getting clipped by plow trucks? Like, do you have any idea if that's happened,
Nope.
if that's been, like,
Haven't heard, but I mean, again, accidents do happen, and that's not an unusual anomaly with this sort of activity. In a regular snowfall, folks report that to the city there.
do you have any numbers on how?
No.
Just to be clear, you all said that crews will be working around the clock. Are they gonna be working around the clock until Friday, until the, snow emergency is up? And will they be working in shifts, or how does that work?
Again, I said, we have folks working 24 hours, 2 shifts, 12-hour shifts right now. And it's not just through the snow emergency. We're working through this effort to complete things. So we'll have people out probably over the weekend as well. Thank you all very, very much. I appreciate it. We'll probably be back here tomorrow for hopefully a final update. I need you to go home.